Alright, we are recording. Picking up where we left off in Viscera, including with the save. Start. And I actually do have the previous videos processing now on the test system with the 5800X 3D. And it's making a difference. It had been going at like double speed, but in here I'll actually pull it back up. Yeah. And it should, well, I don't know if I should actually start the timer. Unfortunately, it runs hot. It's actually saying it's hitting 90C. But it's only clocking down to about 4.15 gigahertz. Which is, it could go lower. That's not its base clock for all threads, for multi-core. But instead of at a third, it's at about 0.45. So it's, what is that? Not quite 50% faster. It had been at double, but then it had to start throttling. The weird thing is, this cooler should really be able to handle that. So I think that there might be some other stuff involved. And by other stuff, I mean, I wonder if it just runs hot like Ryzen 7000 does. In which case, there's not too much I can do about that. Except look into undervolting, which some things I might be able to do, some things I will not be able to. Yeah. That's just kind of how that is. Because it's a B450M mortar. Not Mortar Max, just mortar. So it's a stripped down BIOS to just have support for the 5000 series. So yeah, that does complicate it some. And also being the 5800X 3D, you don't really have overclocking options. But oh, forgot to start the music. There. There. So yeah, I might need to. I think I should still be able to undervolt, so I may experiment with that at some point, but not. That's not a high priority for me right now. But still, this is faster, so I'm happy. I would just like to be much faster and just getting thermals under control with it. That is in fact this. It is absolutely thermally throttling. Because before it was really throttling much, it was at like double normal, so like 2/3 speed, and even it was even near 1. But that I think was just like it's starting. Oh. Oh. Because I might make use of that. I don't want to get rid of it at the same time. I'm just going to put them over here. Now I will cover this room back. I have to have the audio so much. My face can't even hear. Something. Up. I like that I don't need to actually worry about that in the recording. That's just the interface. I really don't know. I mean, it's definitely over here. I might have to cheat. I really want to get that, but I don't know what it could possibly be at. This is, at least, it's probably something here. I may also just stop the music at some point. Okay, it did seem like there was something right there, so I think I did get that. Wow. Lean back here. Alright. Would be neat. I do believe that they should do a VCD 2, and if they do, I also believe that they need to have an inbuilt music player, and hopefully they can support Opus. Just saying that because I was talking in the last part about how I have this player that'll do Opus, and it shouldn't be that hard, I would think, since it is. I don't remember if it actually counts as open source, but it is definitely open as far as free licensing. So anyway, it would be neat if they also set it up such that like the mop movements and such would actually align with the music. Like if it had something that could find the beats and react like that, it would be kind of neat. Not again, come on. It will stop itself for me. Yep, right there, that's it. Okay, that's all it was, too. I think. And he did know that there was stuff like that, I didn't see any. It's up here. So this music reminds me of a game that I actually wouldn't mind doing a playthrough. That's it right there. Doing a playthrough in with recordings. It would probably be Gaze Train. I just don't know. The Death Spank series. Death Spank 1 and 2, and then the Baconing. I played all three, and I did enjoy it. They're silly. Kind of stupid. But that's okay. That's the entire idea. How's the mop? Yeah, I can go. Come on. If you know the games, hopefully you can remember the soundtrack well enough to realize that, yeah, this actually does have a certain similar tone. Good? also not even sure if I can play the original 2 game. I don't remember if there was any special requirements that are no longer fulfillable. Because it was initially an EA title. I don't know why I did that. And the developers, they had some sort of disagreement with them, and that's why it's the Baconing is Deathspank 3 instead of Deathspank 3, because they didn't have rights to the name. But they could do everything else they wanted. You gotta love licensing stuff and rights stuff. I don't anything except for in here. It shouldn't be. Yeah, the spike right here is something here. Yeah, I just don't remember if there was any like weird requirement for Deathspank 1 and 2 online verification requirement that I can't satisfy now, just by age. I think 3 will be fine. That's the big name. But I don't know. Okay, I got whatever it is right there. Allegedly more around. I'm gonna set that there and see. Who says that we need ray tracing? Look at that. I mean, is it perfect? No, but it works. Why do you need ray tracing? Why can't we just work on making that better on its own? Like coming up with soft shadows, do need an optimized way so performance isn't crippled. But no, we have to do ray tracing that will make this so freaking expensive to achieve that you need special stuff that basically guesses at image at detail to put back into the image. What? Oh no. Wait. Okay. I'm not making the mess. I hope. I might. Okay, I am not. But I'm close. Oh, it's a good thing I got that. You know, my guess is that this is one of those popped earlier in this area. I'm guessing that that's some fire. Yeah, I think that would. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's like we clearly have had this ability for years, and in a game that I'm sorry to Runestorm, I think it's saying the developers, it's not well optimized. This game really does not perform well for how it looks. But I get it, you're not that big a team, and it's still fun, it's still enjoyable, and it plays well enough, so I really can't fault you. But it doesn't perform that well. So it's like, why should any expense be put into adding a technology that will hurt performance when we're already able to produce a very similar effect without that performance cost? Okay. Lots of fun. I might still be leaving this. No, I mean, the ray tracing stuff is, to me, kind of one of the, like, ultimate NVIDIA kind of stuff, anti-consumer kind of stuff, where they just are convincing people that they need something for the best quality, and it's like, well, that thing you're telling us we need isn't that big a deal for graphics quality. I mean, ooh, look at that, dynamic shadows, ooh. I was like, seriously, there was some press releases and such I've seen that basically make it seem as though that isn't possible without ray tracing. It's so stupid. And actually, that's not even a lie. I remember seeing one years ago now, where it was for, I don't remember the name of the game, but it would be a procedurally generated game. And they were trying to claim that the only way to have accurate shadows in this, because it's procedurally generated, would be to use ray tracing. It's like, what? There's been many procedurally generated games by this point with shadows without any problem. Like, one I can think of that is actually, for a specific reason, is actually an impressive game in regards to this topic. That, oh yeah, it definitely has shadows. Daylight. And I know I did videos in it a while ago. Damn. That's, I believe, Unreal Engine 3. Maybe it's 4. But the thing about Unreal Engine 3... Oh wait, no, that was early Unreal Engine 4, that's right. That was actually pre-release. Beta Unreal Engine 4. As I remember now. The thing with Unreal Engine 3, and I think also 4 for a time, like it's reasonable that at that time this would have been the case, was that it actually was not designed for procedural generation. Unreal Engine 3 was not designed for netcode, multiplayer stuff either. So I mean, it's like, yeah, you had to hack things together in order to make them work initially. And oh, stuff is over here, it's not over there. So it's like, I mean, they figured it out. Now, true, that this press release was with regards to a game that was being done by a single developer. Yeah, I can see ray tracing because it does certain things intrinsically. Would be simpler then to do if you're a single developer, lone developer, solo developer, however you want to call that. But at the same time, don't present it as though it's the only way, because that is a lie. But that's what NVIDIA will do, because they want to present it as, here's a problem, we're the only ones with the solution. Therefore, you must give us money if you want this solution. And it's like, I mean, when you write a book, that is one way to make sure somebody seems intelligent, is you make sure that they have the solution to your problem, to whatever problem that you've invented. But the reality is that this isn't a book, it's reality. So... oh. Might be over here. It does seem to be most. I don't know. Let me check out the area. Good over here. It was already good depth. So, yeah. Need to stop this so I can hear the thing. Okay. Damn it. Well, at least now I know this much I need to clean up. And by the way, that is like, and I saw, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. I don't know if I've necessarily done, well, yeah, I probably have done it that way even before I saw somebody give the explanation. But yeah, you know, just the question of how do you make somebody seem intelligent in a story? You make sure they have the solution to the problem. And it's like, that's actually really obvious, isn't it? Yes, it is. And it's very possible I've done that without thinking. But it's a problem in real life, because it's like, but is it actually a problem? Because life does not need to have such contrivances that you demand this single lone solution. Because I'll tell you something, not always. I actually am going to do this less than some writers. But some writers will never actually come up with a problem if they don't also have the solution in mind. I am not quite like that. There. I will sometimes think of a problem, and it's like, ooh, that's neat. I want to figure out, it's like that's a good one, and I may even start writing it in there, or I'll just lay a seed of it there, and not realize it's a problem until later, and then I'll start thinking about the solution. And that actually I really enjoy doing because of how it compels me to, within the rules of the story, find a solution, as opposed to just Deus Ex Machina all of it. Well, it's actually a little bit funny because the next chapter I have to write in the current story I'm working on, it's not going to be Deus Ex Machina, but I am going to be doing something contrived. And it's like, I don't like that I have to do it, but it's literally been part of the idea for the story from the beginning. From the moment I started writing the first word. Actually, before that even. Because it's a sequel. And I thought of this when just planning out things for the sequel. Yeah, I mean, I have laid groundwork for it to be kind of sort of explained, but to me, it'll always be one of those, yeah, it's kind of contrived. Just stuck with it. It's like, I can do my best to make it not totally unreasonable, but I don't know if I can actually achieve making it reasonable. Okay, what is this? Is it under this? I need the light. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Hey, you're still cleaning up. And I'm gonna need to clean that off. So. And then I can start scanning for the inorganic. Seriously? All right. Okay, it might just be picking up the bug. Not sure what this could pick. This is the inorganic. Probably just picking up a small around somewhere. Cartridge. Was that actually redundant? I'm sorry. I have like an appreciation for guns, but no, I'm not a gun person by any measure. So I almost certainly get the terminology wrong more often than I get it right. That's in its spot. All that's left has to be in. Huh, apparently it's not picking it. I thought that it would be silent if there wasn't any. Okay, that may have just been, it was picking up the bucket, then the bucket was destroyed. There might be something over there. Just, that movement is not just its random noise. Maybe it is. Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe not. This is all quite small. Over here it is more. But I got no idea. I remember seeing something that there are some levels where you actually do need to do this. You need to clean off the furnace, the incinerator, and it is actually considered a bug, at least by some of the community. I just have no idea if this is one of the levels. Because it's a bug in that it, like, having to clean the inside of the incinerator, I think is lame. Alright. Let's see, how did I do? Exception. 102%. Not bad. Do I have anything to throw down? Oh wait, no, I can't. It's a fit. Oh wait, no, maybe that. Hey! And I don't remember that. Alright, so now here is something kind of weird. That is the last one. I will have done every single level once I do that. Now, fortunately, I know what I can do for filling in weeks after this. I've got Left 4 Dead. Well, Left 4 Dead 2, working through those campaigns. That is my intention. When I finish off with this and I need to fill out a week, I'll do that. And I don't mind talking about it. But it still is just, it's kind of weird. I mean, here, let me actually look. So the first recording I did in this was the Shadow Warrior level. And that was back 2019, June 11th. It actually might end up being like 4 years later that I finished the game. And back then, that is also true. I was focused on the game. I was like trying to actually get it all done. It wasn't until Santa's Rampage, June 16th, that I actually stopped. And how many parts? Actually, that was 26 parts. Damn. Because after that, I went to it. The next one is July. 2019 July 21st. So if I just do a count, there's 26 instances of 2019-06 in my notes here. Wow. And at that point, it's then July, September, October, December, February. So then I started jumping around just when I needed them. Wow. Yeah, so it could actually end up being 4 years, spanning 4 years by playing this game. I'm good with that. I have been enjoying it. I want to see. Well, there's so many ways that the game can be better, and I want to see that happen. And this is interesting. Is that like actually this design? Uh, I just pulled up on Steam the discussion UE4 port and ongoing progress. It's initially from August 2nd of last year. Okay, somebody asking, could they do VR? And the answer, and this is from October 31st, was that they'd love to add support for it, but they got other things they need to do first. So that's kind of a long-term goal thing. I mean, VR would be nice. There's so many things I'd like first. Neat. So this is from November 29th. Sorry for the silence here, everyone. I'm in the process of putting together some things. I'm putting in some awesome things to show off, and should have something before the end of the year. Yay! Lots of work has been going on with the port, much of which is hard to showcase as is suggested on the code side. Yeah, I get that, but that still is, like, really neat. I mean, to even do that much. Expanded mod support would definitely be a nice addition. So, well, here, let me see. Not yet determined the viability of modding in general with UE4, let alone more substantial modding support. But the blueprint system, it should be possible to achieve more capable mods than was in UDK with Unreal Development Kit, which is a UE3. That actually might have originally UE2, but UDK is definitely UE3. Required source code or crazy Kismet system to make more interesting things. Oh, yeah. I know a guy. He created a mod for a UE3 game, and when the developers were like, hey, this is really awesome, we want to incorporate it into the game, they had to basically put him on speed dial because the spaghetti of Kismet, of his Kismet system in there, was at such a level they needed his help. And it's like, to put it more clearly, though, to call it spaghetti is an upgrade. It was that insane what he had to do to make this mod work. Because he really was like going against how the game is supposed to work. But it was great. It was great what he achieved. I am in no way disparaging that. Not even remotely. I love it. It's just, that's how much a mess it was. So this whole crazy Kismet, it's like, yeah, crazy Kismet stuff is very real. And is a professional developers sometimes will have to look and be like, what is going on? Yeah, and okay, somebody just pointed out Satisfactory, which is a game I very much enjoy playing. It is mod support, and it does. I don't know too much about how some of that works, and I've not touched any of them. The game's still in early access. I don't want to muck around with mods in there. It's like, why? As it is, I've been developing the core systems with modding in mind, so variables and functions and many other things are expandable, and should be possible to leverage that to create new mods. I mean, okay. again, that's kind of the last thing. That's from a developer. But yeah, and as some people point out, just having it in mind while doing core development, that right there is huge. You could have a game that has it in mind, but then doesn't have official mod support. You'll still have modders being so thankful if they're able to go in there and figure out how to take advantage of it. And there are plenty that they will break the game to figure out how to mod it and then put together some really awesome stuff. All right, well, I am going to be stopping, and yeah, see you next time.